All right, good morning, Arkansas. It's the morning of January the 22nd. A major snow and ice storm is still expected this weekend. Heavy amounts of precipitation are likely, and you basically have three options: very heavy snow, very heavy sleet, or very heavy freezing rain, and probably a mixture of a couple of those in several different zones across the state. So let's continue to look at it. Before we continue, we want to shout out our HVAC partner of the Arkansas Weather Network. It's Air Masters of Arkansas. Give them a call if you have any needs over the next week. I'm betting that a lot of you will, with extremely cold temperatures and winter weather. They will get you set, and they are a great partner for us, and they'll be a great partner for you. Winter storm watches will be upgraded to winter storm warnings later on today. Again, it's the toughest forecast in meteorology, figuring out precipitation type. There's going to be a zone of freezing rain, there's going to be a zone of sleet, and then of course there's going to be a zone of snow. Snow has to have cold air all the way up to the snow growth region in the cloud. I don't think we're going to have a lot of that in central and south Arkansas, unfortunately, but it still means we're going to have heavy precipitation. It's just going to fall in a different form. Remember, we're not moisture starved. There's plenty of moisture. We're expecting well over an inch of liquid across most of the state, approaching 2 inches of liquid in South Arkansas. The key, and it's the toughest thing in meteorology, is just determining what it converts to. There's the latest timing. Haven't updated it since last night. It's generally expected to be a Friday evening start time for most of us. Maybe you could get late afternoon in western or southwest Arkansas, but as of right now, this has not changed. Please check back for updates. We don't want anyone getting stuck. I'd get where you want to be by 3 or 4 o'clock on Friday, if possible. All right, here's the latest Euro data from overnight. It continues to bring in the precipitation Friday evening. Heavy sleet and freezing rain favored in central and south Arkansas. It's probably just more sleet over freezing rain in central Arkansas and more freezing rain over sleet in south Arkansas. You see the northern 3 rows of counties here probably getting mostly snow, and those amounts could be very, very heavy. The precip amounts get heavier as you get into the day on Saturday, and that's really unfortunate because you look at the temperatures in South Arkansas in the 20s, and that's where we have major concern for a severe ice storm. In Central Arkansas, it's likely that this is a lot of sleet, but there could be enough freezing rain that we could have to worry about at least some power outages. You go into Sunday, the precipitation is still heavy on Sunday morning. The zones I've outlined are pretty much based on the latest blend of data: heavy sleet, freezing rain in central Arkansas, heavy freezing rain and sleet in south Arkansas. It just looks too warm above the surface for heavy snow amounts in the central part of the state until very late, when we do change over to snow right before things end, and then the system is gone. And that's why we're left with mostly sleet and freezing rain in the central and southern parts of the state. I do want to show you the blend of models, and it's kind of followed our forecast so far. The heaviest snow amounts end up in North Arkansas. And again, you look at that and go, well, I thought we were expecting over a foot. Well, in North Arkansas, yes, there will be locations that do get over a foot. This is a conservative model. It's usually on the low end. Snow and sleet totals in central Arkansas likely around 2 to 4 inches, but they still could be higher than that. Again, a conservative model. There's probably going to be some locations with 4 to 5 inches of sleet, and it's going to be extremely difficult to maneuver around after that. Down in South Arkansas, sleet's a good bet, but the main concern is going to be freezing rain. 6-inch snow probabilities this morning, extremely high. In North Arkansas, you see in the Little Rock metro area, they're a little bit closer to 20%. So it's not going to be purely snow here. That you got to go north for that. 12-inch snow probabilities, pretty high in North Arkansas as well. But we want to look at the freezing rain accumulations. And again, this is from the national blend of models, so it's just a realistic number. I think it's going to go higher, unfortunately. But you got 1/4 to 1/2 inch amounts as far north as the Little Rock metro area, so there is some concern for power outages in the metro area. But the greater concern continues to be south and southeast Arkansas, where you could see 1/2 inch to 1 inch rainfall amounts, or freezing rain amounts. If you combine those freezing rain amounts with 30-mile-per-hour wind gusts, and you end up with the chance that there's going to be a lot of power failures, trees down, power lines down, that kind of thing. That is the big concern in South Arkansas. So continue to make your preparations for a big ice storm. A severe ice storm is what I would call it. Look at the wind gust forecast real quick. Wind gusts, as precipitation continues to accumulate and get heavier on Saturday, will be from 25 to 30 miles per hour. And looking at our grid, when you have these conditions existing with this ice, widespread power failures become likely. So that's south and southeast Arkansas. What you do is really hope for sleet, but prepare for an ice storm. It's not a bad idea to have an alternate heat source or a generator in the southeast part of the state. Regardless of what happens this weekend, exactly what precip type you see, it's going to stay frozen for a long time. We'll have temperatures that are going to be very cold well into next week. Monday morning lows in the single digits, and then as you get into probably Tuesday and Wednesday, we might get above freezing on Wednesday across part of the state, maybe Tuesday as well, but not by much. So we're going to see travel issues way into next week. Make sure you've got everything you need for your winter storm to be at home for several days. And then if you're in the ice storm zone, make sure you've got an alternate heat source or a generator or somewhere you can go if you're not comfortable staying at home if you don't have power. Hey, continue to stay with us. Download the Arkansas Weather Network app. It's a great mobile app that'll be with you and give you alerts as we go through this event. We'll have an update later today, a new map. We're within 48 hours, so the forecast probably going to get changed here today a little bit and then going to be pretty close to what it's going to be as we release our final call map either today or on Friday. Thanks for following the Arkansas Weather Network. Stay with us for all your weather needs.